right, here's a quick recap of what we did in class today. For those who missed or need a refresher or reminder, we talked about brainstorming some different ideas for memoir stories today. And one strategy we used to do that was called writing territories. And so I just threw out a bunch of different categories, and I had you guys write for 1 minute on each of these categories, trying to come up with as many examples of stories from your life that would fit into this category. So, for example, let's see if I can kind of put this up here. Under scars, I came up with 5 different story ideas of some things that have happened to me that I would be able to develop later on. The goal from this activity is to just have lots and lots of ideas for future reference. So if we get to a point in this unit where I ask you to write a second or third story, you can go back and reference some of the story ideas that you came up with in this activity. So the ones on the left on this slide, scars, first times, and so forth, those are all ones that we did in class today. So we spent 1 minute on each of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes total. And so from those, if you had 2 or 3 example stories per category, you already have, at least 10 to 20, maybe even 30 story ideas from your life that you can go off of. For homework today, I gave them 5 more categories: school and teachers, loves and hates, hobbies, collections, obsessions, places, vacations, and fears. So what I wanted you guys to do is spend 1 minute writing on each of these categories tonight. And when I say writing, I just mean coming up with story ideas. You don't actually have to start telling the story yet. Just, for school and teachers, say, something like embarrassed in 3rd grade. And that'll help you remember that, oh yeah, there was that time in 3rd grade when my teacher said something and it embarrassed me, something like that. The second thing that we did to get some story ideas brewing was we talked about our 16 personality assessment. I talked a little bit about what your results mean, but what I want you to do for homework is to dig deeper into your personality on that website, especially in the areas that affect you most. So here is an example of mine. I am an advocate, and so it has the code here that shows what my personality means. Now, on the left-hand side, it has the different categories like introduction, strengths and weaknesses. Those are probably the main 2 that I want you to pay attention to. There's some like relationships and parenthood that you don't really need to concern yourself with, but definitely dig through there. And I want you to find 5 words from your personality that describe you, either good or bad. So maybe yours is like outgoing, something like that. Or maybe it's kind of a bad one, like unmotivated or something like that. Okay, it's a word that you find in there that you realize, oh yeah, that does kind of describe me. So find 5 words from your personality on that website that describe you. Try to find good ones that you can connect with, not just ones that are out of the blue. All right, so the goal from class today is to have lots and lots of story ideas that we can reference as we start drafting our memoir stories the next couple days. Please let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, that's all for today.